Here's a fun fact. Yesterday in media, my YouTube channel got brought up, as you do, because that's a very regular occurrence. And yeah, I thought I'd give a little shout out to Mark Dixon, you know, a legend in the media studies game. Shout out him, go and buy his book on Amazon. You won't regret it. Okay, that was fucking weird. I don't know what the hell that was. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a brand new video for you guys. That's going to be a Sunderland match review. Not a rant, a match review. It's going to be nice to actually make them like a normal review than a rant, which is nice. On the Sunderland Portsmouth game, which is as a 1-0 Sunderland win. And that was a massive 3 points. That was huge that we won today. And you know, just after the week, Sunderland Twitter has been in the absolute state of it, especially in the last 2 days. It was nice. It was really nice to get the job done today. Honestly, to be fair, it wasn't a good game. It was absolutely terrible. Like, both sides weren't too great at all. I mean, to be fair, Sunderland, for the first half an hour, we were absolutely terrible. And then we go 1-0 up, and then we played a lot better. Portsmouth, I've seen this a lot happen at the season with teams like Bolton. Bolton's the one that sticks in my head the most. That they'll have a lot of possession and they'll do much with the ball, but they won't actually make any chances. Like, to be fair, Portsmouth were useless up front today when they were attacking. I'm pretty sure their fans could probably agree with me there. They were woeful. Like, the crossing was just shambolic. Like, to be fair, literally, Sunderland, our crossing not too good half the time. Or most of the time, that's probably the better word to use. But they were terrible. They were piss poor with the crossing there. I'll go into that a little bit later on. Also, by the way, just a little warning, if I keep looking down my phone, it's because my mate actually giving us some pointers, because he's doing a match report, so he's giving me some pointers, but before I do get into that, I'll move on actually. I'll quickly read the teams out. So Sunderland looked like we're going with a 3-4-3, perhaps. We had Hoffman in goal, back three of Flanagan, Bart making his debut, and Doyle. Midfield of Gooch, Evans, Neal and Sirkin. And had Embleton, Stewart and Diaku up front. The Portsmouth, they look like they were playing with a 3-4-1-2. Weird formation there. Had Bazunu in goal. Back three of Carter, Raggett, Robertson. Waheyyyy, Morel, Thompson and Hackett Fairchild in the field. And Marcus Harness playing just behind Walker and Curtis. Now, to start the game off, Sunderland were absolutely terrible. Like, we were shocking. First half an hour, like I just spent before, we were so bad. Like, I don't know why. Lately, we've been playing absolutely just fucking terribly. To be fair, Portsmouth looked pretty threatening early on. I mean, to be fair, they should have taken the advantage of how crappy they've played so many times. Like, literally, we couldn't string a pass together. I'm sounding like a broken record every week. But they honestly could not do anything properly. Portsmouth, they could not take advantage whatsoever. They were pretty useless, you know. Hoffman, a couple of easy saves here and there, you know. I mean, again, to be fair, literally, again, the crossing, literally, with Sunderland, right? When Embleton, as an example, takes a cross, he usually hits the first man. Whereas Portsmouth, on the other hand, like it just goes out of play. It was absolutely shocking crossing from so-called professional footballers. Like, it wasn't very good. It really wasn't good from Portsmouth whatsoever. And to be fair, literally, Hoffman and Bart almost fucked things up as well in the first half, you know. Marcus Harness missed an open goal. But, I mean, to be fair, literally, it was really weird moment. I don't know what had to happen there, but, I mean, to be fair, from there, that little mix-up seemed to actually spearhead us on a little bit there. And we also had another chance as well, you know, Portsmouth making a bit of a hash of it in the defence. And the keeper managed to give it to Diaku, who, if he looked up, would have seen that Ross Stewart was in the box, he was unmarked, and he had open net ahead of him. But what does Diaku do? He doesn't look up. All he knows is that the keeper's off his line, and he tries to go for his shot, and he misses. I'm just saying that could have easily been a goal there. If all he had to do was look up and see Ross Stewart, and Stewart could have tapped it in to make it one. Like, come on, Diaku, come on, like, bro. And then Sunderland do actually end up taking the lead. It really was against the run of play. But, you know, once again, a huge error from Portsmouth's defence. Like, their defence was shocking at points today, Portsmouth. You know, Diaku, it was Gooch posting a lot of pressure on the Portsmouth defender, who gives it away, and then even a good play through Elliot Embleton. He manages to slot it home past the keeper to make it 1-0 around the half-hour mark, 40 minutes. It was a nice little area there. And then, for the rest of the first half, we managed to see out, really. We did pretty well. But then, to be fair, literally, I think every Sunderland fan can probably agree that we probably did feel quite lucky to be 1-0 up. Like, it was really uncomfortable. We weren't very good. We just weren't at the races in that first half. And to be Portsmouth, I thought they would come out that second half riled up, ready to go. I was completely wrong. I was so wrong. If anything, second half, we were the better team in the second half, I thought. Like you think Portsmouth, they had a good first half pretty much. They lacked an end product. And one of them, but they showed no fight. It was only really till like the 80th minute where they actually showed some fight in this game. It was pretty poor from them. To be fair, I think Sunderland, although I think it was sort of a similar sort of way, because, as I said before, Portsmouth lacked an end product but had possession. But to be fair, you could see the same about Sunderland in our second half. We just didn't look like creating too many opportunities, like Portsmouth, we're actually there a couple of shots, Evans had a shot from the edge of the area, Stewart had a couple of headers saved by Bazunu. It was just a bog standard, I can't speak, a bog standard second half, really. To be fair, it was a pretty dull half. To be fair, Portsmouth got going in the end, in the last bit of second half, but it was, frankly, it's just too late at that point for them, really, and that was the end of the game. I'll talk about the supporters of Sunderland. It was a lot busier today. It was busy today, and there was about 32,000 there today, which was great to see. But the Portsmouth fans, to be fair, literally Portsmouth, they've always claimed how they've got the best away support in England. Yet they had less than 2,000 fans up. And to be fair, literally, apparently Sheffield Wednesday, when they came up, they were only just shy of 3,000 fans. Yet they were almost around the corner of the concourse. But Portsmouth literally, They didn't have many. It looked like maybe just more than 1,000 fans maybe. There's not a lot of them there. Yes, it was a long trip, but for a so-called best away support in the league, it's just not great, to be fair. To be fair, for the first half an hour they were pretty loud, but then after that they were pretty damn silent, to be fair, if I'm gonna be completely honest. In terms of Sunderland fans, the usual atmosphere. It was been a bit quiet here and there, but there was parts of the game where getting behind the players. Thankfully, there was no Jermaine Defoe chance of the game, which was pretty lucky, to be fair. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit worried that we were gonna start chanting Jermaine Defoe songs in the game, but we didn't. That's the main thing. And obviously that's the whole review. Again, massive 3 points, and it was really vital that we did get the whole game sorted out. I'm gonna give some player ratings. Hoffman, I'll probably give him a 6.5. Pretty solid job. Again, apart from the whole Bart incident, pretty solid. Gooch, give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Again, not great today. Gooch, hopefully Roberts will be in for the Bolton game next week. There, Flanagan, I'll give him a 6 as well. To be fair, it wasn't as bad as what it has been, where he definitely had his weak moments. Again, hopefully Bailey Wright comes back soon so he can get out of the team. Bart, I can give him an 8. Again, apart from the whole Hoffman era, he was really solid. We finally got that just shithouse defender that we've always needed. And it really was great to see him there. Durrell, an 8, much better from him this week. Calm down. Last couple of games he looked a bit all over the place, but today he was much better. Really, it was great to see from him. So again, I'll give him a 7. He was pretty solid today, although he did fail to beat his man a few times. But definitely managed to get the better of Marcus Harness, which was definitely vital. Evans, I give him a 7. He definitely looked a bit slower and a little bit more negative. Is that what meant to call it? To be fair, he was. To be fair, literally, his passing wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't terrible either. It was a weird one. Neil, I gave him a 6.5, maybe a 7. He was a lot more lively today. I've been seeing him in my previous videos. He's looked a bit quiet, but he I'm a lot more lively today. And I'm going to give it a 7 just because he scored the goal. But to be fair, literally, is it just me, or does Embleton have just the worst first touch sometimes? Like, is it just me? I don't know. I just don't think he's got the best first touch sometimes. Doubt would give him a 6.5. Wasn't too bad today, but I think it could have been better. And Roshan gave him a 6. You know, couldn't really do much today, bless him. But he ran his socks off today, so can't really blame him there. And I'm not gonna give Winchester and O'Brien any scores because they weren't on the pitch long enough, really. That's gonna be it for this whole match review. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, then be sure to give it a like. And if you are new and you do want to see more videos in the future, then make sure that you do subscribe and also turn on post notifications to get notified whenever I upload a video. I don't know what I was gonna say there. That's very weird there. Next week we'll be making a Bolton match review. However, I will not be making one for the Doncaster game. For reasons I'm not going to say about the Doncaster game, I'm not going to be making a review for that one. Sorry about that. But that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you all next time.